welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a genuinely fascinating blueprint for building a high-margin, totally location-independent business. It's called the Observe and Report model. If you've ever thought about how to take your ability to curate and synthesize information and turn that into a tangible, highly profitable product, well, this is exactly the masterclass you've been looking for.
So let's just jump straight into it. Are you ready to escape the legacy, state-managed gig economy? Because right now, centralized platforms have so much friction. They're basically famous for arbitrary deplatforming, and critically, they just strip away your hard-earned margins with massive, absolutely brutal fees. But the sources we're diving into today, they present a complete counter to all of that. We're talking about a literal blueprint for total geographic and financial freedom.
The absolute foundation of this freedom is something called a PTO. That stands for a portable trade or occupation. A PTO is essentially a high-yield consulting or information service that consists entirely of abstract elements. We're talking pure text, speech, and code. Because it deals strictly in information processing, it doesn't need a storefront. It literally just requires a secure laptop, an internet connection, and your mind. That makes you completely immune to traditional geographic borders.
All right, let's break down the architect's blueprint, building the machine.
Phase 1, mining the information stream.
Okay, so this first engine relies entirely on finding advancements and extracting hidden value from massive public data streams. I mean, just look at the sheer volume of free intelligence out there. You can spot massive macro advancements on sites like humanprogress.org, and then dig straight into raw data nodes like DataWeb for trade flows or Import Yeti for public bill of lading records. This data is completely free. It's literally just sitting there waiting for you, and it serves as your raw material.
Which brings us to a massively powerful application of this data. Think about the difference between standard market research and reverse sourcing. Standard research, it's often just kind of guessing at trends based on secondary sources. But reverse sourcing is a real game changer. That's taking a successful market-tested product and working backward, using those exact public U.S. customs records we just mentioned. You completely bypass the guesswork and uncover the exact secret doors your competitors are using to secure their supply chains.
Governments and creditors can take your property. They cannot take your knowledge. It's a powerful quote, right? As we navigate the modern economy, synthesized, actionable intelligence is simply your most untouchable and valuable asset, period.
Moving on to Phase 2, building your calling card.
Listen, to escape the trap of trading hours for dollars, you have to package that untouchable asset into a product. Here is the exact workflow. First, find a highly specialized niche. Second, synthesize that complex data. This is where you can totally leverage AI tools, like NotebookLM, for example, to process massive documents and really find the signal in the noise. Third, publish it. A targeted newsletter or a YouTube channel acts as your calling card. It proves you're the better-informed individual in your niche. And finally, you earn via voluntary exchange.
And speaking of exchange, our sources highlight this truly fascinating technological shift with a protocol called Nostr, which stands for Notes and Other Stuff Transmitted by Relays. By tying your identity to a decentralized protocol like Nostr, you're bypassing traditional banking gatekeepers entirely. You earn native internet currency directly from your audience through these instant micropayments called zaps. There's no middleman taking a cut, it's just total financial independence.
Now for Phase 3. Global talent arbitrage. Take a second and look at this number, $600 to $1,200. That is the monthly cost of hiring highly skilled digital talent in the Philippines. Contrast that with paying upwards of $4,000 or more in the US. The margin difference is just absolutely staggering. And honestly, this is exactly how you scale your operation. The Philippines isn't just cheap. It's a massive global hub for English-speaking digital talent. But structurally, it gets even better. If you're running an export-oriented service, like producing that high-margin newsletter or YouTube channel for U.S. clients, the Philippines automatically permits 100% foreign ownership. And crucially, there is zero minimum paid-up capital required. You completely bypass the massive capital rules imposed on domestic businesses, giving you a massive financial advantage.
The core concept here boils down to cross-border arbitrage. You're establishing a powerful flow of capital by serving high-income clients in markets like the US or Japan, earning strong currencies, while paying highly localized, affordable operational and living costs in the Philippines. It is the ultimate geographic leverage, working 100% in your favor. This structure perfectly opens the door to what we call the remote rep lifestyle,
Operating as an independent contractor, you retain that 104 in ownership. You could be earning $5,000 to $10,000 USD monthly while living extremely comfortably on maybe $1,500 a month. Plus, if you stay under 180 days, you qualify as a non-resident alien and pay a flat 25% tax. No inventory, no annoying local sales contracts, just you, some fast fiber internet, and your calling card bringing in high-margin consulting fees.
But I've got to give you a stark warning straight from the sources here. Avoid cookie-cutter consulting at all costs. To actually stand out in a crowded market, your practice has to be built on the authenticity of your own success. Clients pay a premium for a guide who has personally navigated things like digital sovereignty and jurisdictional arbitrage. You literally have to walk the walk, using lateral thinking to offer a synthesis that is highly personalized.
All right, let's bring it all together. The ultimate sovereign lifestyle. Let's pull back and look at the complete blueprint because it's a brilliant continuous cycle. Step 1, observe. You extract hidden data via those public trade databases. Step 2, report. You synthesize it into your calling card, establishing your undeniable authority. Step 3, scale. You use geographic arbitrage and the Philippine talent pool to produce your specialized knowledge at incredibly high margins. Your information machine is essentially running 24/7, and you are never tied to a single desk. The tools to build your location-independent information machine are out there. They are completely public and just waiting to be used. The global infrastructure is already in place for you to turn your curation into a real product. So the only remaining question is, what specialized knowledge will you productize today? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope it sparks a completely new way of thinking about your expertise.